Chapter 560 Secret of the Dragon Pill. Elder Mu paused for a while before continuing. I happened to come across the dragon pill at an ancient ruin a long time ago. It was the carcass of a light-type giant dragon soul beast. If I did not see wrongly back then, it should be a light dragon, the natural enemy of the darkness dragons, which Titan belongs to. After dying, the light dragon's essence and energy naturally became a dragon pill. However, because the energy within this pill is extremely violent, humans are unable to absorb them into our bodies directly. After acquiring it, I had been keeping it with me all this time, even though I was not able to ingest its energy directly. The huge amount of energy within it was still extremely beneficial for my cultivation. With its help, I was able to build on my innate gifts and accelerate my training and development. I borrowed the energy from the dragon pill for my training all the way to rank 98, when I finally formed my second soul core with the resonance technique. If not, I might have even stayed at rank 98 longer than Sun Zi. Hence, it could be said that the birth of every ultimate Douluo comes with the presence of an enormous amount of luck. It was definitely true for me, and I believe it was the same way for Xiaoyao and Yu Shishui. I have actually tried to help others with this dragon pill. However, it has always failed. Their bodies were simply unable to withstand its domineering aura. More often than not, their martial souls were also incompatible with its energy. Hence, I decided to store the dragon pill within my body and use my radiant holy dragon soul power to refine it. The process of transforming the energy within the pill was a very long one. It stayed within my body for close to 100 years. You probably know about the rest of the events that unfolded afterwards. I had a huge fight with Douluo, the sect leader of the body sect, and left the battle with several heavy injuries. Back then, I wanted to look for Shishui for some special reasons and had to recover quickly. I immediately thought of the dragon pill, which I had been refining for a long time. I believed that it would no longer be a problem for me to ingest its energy. Hence, I tried to empty all the pill's energy into my body. I believed that I might be able to alert the gods within the god realm and gain a chance to join them if I were able to pull it off. Unfortunately, I still underestimated the full amount of energy and essence that a giant dragon was able to put into a dragon pill. After absorbing its energy for a short while, I started to realize that something was wrong. When I was at my peak, the dragon pill was unable to harm me. Hence, I thought that the violent and domineering aura within it had disappeared. I did not expect it to have concealed itself within the pill. Once I started ingesting the energy, it rapidly released itself to cause havoc within my body after sensing how I had been weakened by Douluo. I was originally a lot more powerful than him. Even though I was heavily injured, I was not hurt in an extremely serious manner. However, absorbing the dragon pill was a grave mistake. It damaged my organs and sources of energy, which caused me to become who I was later. I almost died in the process of trying to suppress the dragon pill. However, the rage and violence within the pill had ravaged my body. I essentially spent the subsequent decades of my life fighting the dragon pill's rage and violence until my body started to degenerate. However, after refining the pill for 100 years and absorbing all the rage and violence within it, the energy within the pill had been purified. It could now be absorbed by cultivators who did not possess dragon martial souls. Hence, I originally wanted to give it to Bei Bei. With its help, Bei Bei would have a good chance of becoming an ultimate Douluo in the future. However, it just so happened that I met you. When I realized you had an ultimate martial soul, I immediately changed my mind. This was because I knew how hard it was to train with an ultimate martial soul in the early stages. Even though it would be extremely smooth sailing during the intermediate stages, it would become extremely difficult again when the cultivator tried to form his second soul core to become an ultimate Douluo. If you were to only rely on yourself, your body would struggle to withstand the impact and power when you tried to form your second soul core. Hence, I decided to hold on to the dragon pill and observe your situation before making a decision. Your performance and potential truly impressed me. In addition, you are an extremely kind person who values hard work. Hence, before I died, I decided to pass this pill to you. However, the energy within the pill was ultimately too destructive for you to absorb directly. Also, you did not possess the ability to absorb it back then. Thus, I looked for Xiaoyao and asked him to take a view on my behalf. I told him to hand the dragon pill over to you at an appropriate moment. If my guess is correct, you must have nearly been killed by his attacks when you met him previously. However, you must understand that he was not targeting you. He only wanted to ensure your body remained empty and clear of any impurities. The energy within the dragon pill is not supposed to be fused with your soul power. It is supposed to be fused into your blood. This will grant you some of the abilities that dragons possess and allow you to break free of your human limitations. With the talents and gifts you possess, I was certain that the dragon pill would give you a good chance to create a miracle. However, I did not expect this day to arrive so soon. In addition, your decision is also beyond what we had expected and planned for. I can't believe you chose to use the yin-yang complement technique. You were really brave. You should know how many soul beasts failed and died after choosing this path. This is a path that cannot be walked, even with the toughness of soul beasts' bodies. Yet you still stood by your beliefs and wanted to do it with a human's body. With the amount of courage and determination you have, I am proud to call you my disciple. Since you have chosen this path, as your teacher, I must help you regardless of what it takes. Now that the energy within the dragon pill has been drawn out, you can continue cultivating it while I control it and help you fuse it into your blood. This will allow you to possess the physical strength of a dragon and greatly improve your odds of success. Yes. Thank you, teacher. Huoyuao could feel an encouraging sense of warmth within his heart, even though his teacher might be dead in the physical sense. He had never stopped caring for him. In fact, Elder Mu had already thought about the path ahead and had made plans to make things easier for him. Huoyuao knew he could only repay his teacher by ensuring the survival and prosperity of Shrek Academy. Now was not the time to indulge in overly lengthy conversations. Huoyuao could sense how the energy shockwaves within his body were becoming more intense. The energy from the dragon pill which had just fused with his blood also seemed to be particularly unstable. However, Huoyuao decided to focus on controlling his spiritual soul core as he shifted his intent back to his spiritual sea. Controlling his spiritual soul core was the key to everything, and the most important step for the entire procedure. His control of the spiritual soul core proceeded extremely smoothly. The pain that Huoyuao was suffering from was also alleviated to a large extent with the nourishment provided by the dragon pill. This allowed him to better focus his energy and attention on the task at hand. Elder Mu's gentle aura fused rapidly into Huoyuao's blood. The unstable energy from the dragon pill started to circulate in Huoyuao's passageways under Elder Mu's guidance. Some of the mystical energy started to fuse with his internal organs as well. The speed at which they were fusing was extremely quick. The scales on Huoyuao's body started to become pointed as they grew thicker and grander. This dragon pill had, in fact, been adjusting to Huoyuao's body after it had been inserted into him back then. It only reacted violently after the initial intense agitation. It had long started to adapt to Huoyuao's body, and Huoyuao had been absorbing it subconsciously during his cultivation. Elder Mu had informed Long Xiaoyao to pass the pill to Huoyuao for him to use it when he was forming his second soul core. However, neither of them had expected Huoyuao to use the dragon pill's energy so soon. As the gentle soul power fluctuations circulated through the surrounding air, the entire laboratory's atmosphere seemed to calm down after the appearance of the dragon pill. The ice crystal formed by the snow impress no longer seemed to be on the brink of overexertion. It merely continued to control Huoyuao's second soul core in a stable and continuous fashion. The soul core continued to absorb the power of ultimate ice as it rotated in the opposite direction as Huoyuao's spiritual soul core in a determined manner. Because the power released by the spiritual soul core was being limited by Huoyuao, it was ultimately unable to disrupt the formation of the ultimate ice soul core. However, the spiritual soul core never stopped fighting against Huoyuao as it released countless spiritual fluctuations that attacked his body. However, the power of the dragon pill was truly formidable. Huoyuao only felt the bountiful energy surging through his body. Before, he had felt as though his body was about to be torn apart by the spiritual fluctuations. However, it was now a lot easier for him to withstand the pressure. Even though it was still painful, he no longer felt like he was about to disintegrate. As each second and minute continued to pass, Huoyuao started to become a lot more relaxed. Suddenly, Elder Mu's aura disappeared, as Huoyuao's entire body took on a uniform golden color. The soul core at his chest had grown to twice its original size. It now resembled a blue ice crystal as its speed continued to accelerate. Because Huoyuao was now able to withstand greater impacts, the snow empress had decided to speed up the soul core formation process. The faster the process ended, the less pain Huoyuao had to suffer. However, this peaceful state did not last very long. Very soon, the pain began to intensify again. The power within the spiritual soul core seemed to be endless as it started to launch an increasingly intense onslaught on Huoyuao's second soul core. The familiar painful sensation seemed to have returned. Huoyuao knew he had to persevere through this no matter what, especially after his teacher had helped him pull through once with the power of the dragon pill. Huoyuao tried to hold on with every ounce of energy within his body. However, it was becoming increasingly hard for him to control his spiritual soul core. This was because both soul cores had to continually engage and interact with one another in order to complete the yin-yang complement technique. As his second soul core became stronger, the spiritual power the Ice Empress required Huo Yuan to release from his spiritual soul core had to become greater. As the spiritual soul core released more spiritual power, it became even harder for Huo Yuan to control it. Something could happen with the spiritual soul core at any point. After agitating it for a prolonged period of time, the spiritual soul core, which had just begun to become stable, started to tremble and lose its stability. What do I do now? At this instant, Huo Yuan started to panic. Everyone had put in so much effort to help him succeed. If he were to fail now, he would not only sustain serious injuries, but also lose the opportunity to attempt this again in the near future. In fact, he might also lose his life if he were to fail. As the intense pain fluctuated between his chest and head, Huo Yuan grew increasingly dizzy. He was on the verge of going unconscious. If he were to really faint, his spiritual soul core would go out of control. My child, please help me defend Shrek City and the academy. Take good care of the Tang Sect. I will always be proud of you. Elder Mu's old voice rang in Huo Yuan's head, following which, an incredibly powerful burst of spiritual power radiated from Huo Yuan's spiritual sea. This spiritual power gave off the same aura as his own. Huo Yuan only felt his controlling ability increase as a golden sea appeared around his spiritual soul core. This golden sea was not his own spiritual sea. It contained spiritual power that did not belong to him. After this sea of spiritual power appeared, his spiritual soul core, which was putting up intense resistance, instantly stabilized. On top of that, it started to greedily absorb the pure spiritual power within the golden sea. During this process, it no longer behaved in an aggressive manner. It was as though a powerful cultivator had suddenly stumbled upon a treasure trove when they were going after their enemy. They would definitely choose to temporarily let their enemy go as they focused on the treasures. As the spiritual soul core started to stabilize, the dizziness and pain Huo Yuan was feeling naturally subsided. He was shocked to discover how he was able to control his spiritual power with greater ease. After being enveloped by the golden sea, his spiritual soul core was a lot more obedient. At the same time, Huo Yuan could no longer sense the resistance his soul core had towards his ultimate ice soul core. Yuan, this is all I can do for you. You will have to walk the path ahead alone. I believe that you will be able to carve out a path that belongs to you. I will take my leave first. As the golden light flickered, Elder Mu disappeared from Huo Yuan's consciousness. Teacher. If he could cry, tears would have been streaming all over Huo Yuan's face. His teacher's selfless assistance had once again helped him overcome a significant challenge. A golden image left the metallic door that separated the laboratory from the courtyard. Elder Mu appeared in front of Elder Sun. Elder Sun was pacing outside the door anxiously while waiting for Elder Mu to reappear. After seeing him, he heaved a huge sigh of relief. The conversation he had had with Elder Mu earlier had given him an ominous feeling. Elder Mu was like a teacher and a friend to him. If he did not know that Elder Mu had been nurturing his own spiritual sense within the golden tree, Elder Sun might have been even sadder than Huo Yuan. Elder Mu revealed a warm smile on his wrinkled face as he stared at Elder Sun. Sun Zi, I will need you to take care of Shrek City and Shrek Academy for me. Don't tell Yuan about this. Just pretend that I'm still in the golden tree. After finishing his sentence, Elder Mu's golden image shattered into countless golden particles that disappeared into the air. Elder Sun was stunned by what he had just witnessed. He could no longer sense Elder Mu's presence. Elder Mu. Elder Sun stumbled backwards as he tried to take everything in. Even with his ultimate Douluo ability, he almost tripped and fell down. His entire body was trembling intensely as he longed to scream and express his pain. However, his rationality held him back. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below with suggestions on what novels to read.